EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin with your outlook for November 29th, 2019. It is Black Friday, and we are expecting mostly sunny skies today. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. Mostly sunny skies today, low to mid-40s, and partly cloudy skies and cold conditions overnight. Of course, everybody's worried about what's going to happen this weekend, and with good reason, because we think we're going to have to issue some public snow and ice maps for not only Sunday. Sunday, I think, is mostly an ice deal for many areas. But also potential for some snow and accumulating snow with that on Monday. So supposed to be back to work on Monday. Might have a little bit of an issue here with some accumulating snow in many areas actually. But we're still yet to be determined on that back end stuff. We were talking about in yesterday's video that we were more confident in the front end stuff occurring than we were the back end. I would say it's about moderate on the back end now. We're getting a little bit better than low confidence of what we were yesterday. But the front end stuff is pretty high confidence that we're going to get into that. So we're going to definitely have to deal with that. We're going to deal with this like in a two-phase, two-part system here, even though it is the same system that we're dealing with. So we're going to have Saturday will also be partly cloudy, at least to start, and then we have an increase in clouds very late in the day or evening. And this is all ahead of this system here moving in from the Tennessee and Ohio valleys. Now, you have the main primary low heading up into the Great Lakes region. It is going to force a redevelopment once it runs into this high pressure that's off to the north and east here. And this precipitation will come in here very late Saturday night or early Sunday morning from southwest to northeast. And when I say early Sunday morning, I mean like close to dawn. So it's going to be either side of dawn on Sunday that this is all going to begin. And here's the primary low cutting into basically Chicago. And it can't go any further there. So it actually forces a redevelopment to a secondary, which is eventually going to pop out here somewhere. And we're going to have a low sitting off the coast. Once this energy transfer is complete and this one takes over and this becomes the new primary, we also have an upper level low that's going to trail in here behind this and interact with this offshore low, and that could mean some trouble here for Monday as well. So let's get over to the precipitation type maps. I want to get to that. Well, let me go through this first. So here's Sunday morning, and you have the precipitation overspreading the area during the day. I think you're going to get a little bit of a lull during the evening, and here you can see that redevelopment occurring here. Here's the primary low. Here's the secondary is now taking over as a new primary just offshore. Okay, at that point, we're going to have a little bit of warmer air here, so we're going to change some of this precipitation over rain. We're going to start off a little bit, maybe a snow-sleet mix, go over to freezing rain, and then freezing rain for a predominantly throughout the day for many areas away from north and west of I-95, north and west of Philadelphia. So that's going to continue for most of the day here on Sunday, and then Sunday evening, even those marginal areas, some of those marginal areas will change over to rain as well. And then we think we're going to change back to snow overnight. As this system goes offshore and the upper level low comes in behind it here, which is sitting back out here over the Ohio Valley, it's going to interact with this system offshore and start to tug some moisture around the north, northwest, and west side. And this is a cold conveyor belt we expect to come back in here like this. The question is going to be how far west does this get and how far south does it get. So current model guidance is expecting this cold conveyor belt to go around the system as it interacts with the upper level low and bring what would be rain changing back to snow, or any frozen precipitation changing back over to snow here late Sunday night and Monday morning, and then continuing during the day here on Monday. And you can get some decent accumulations if this were to work out in this manner. The question is, where is this going to set up? And the models still are not in agreement where that cold conveyor belt sets up. They all have it. Every one of them has it. It's just a matter of where does it set up. Some are across northern Pennsylvania, some just northeast PA, northern New Jersey. Some are bringing it down all the way down into southeastern PA. And including those areas to the north as well. So we still have to iron that part of it out. But so that's that system. I want to get over the precipitation type maps now. So we're looking at very late Saturday night here. Okay, so this is before dawn on Saturday. You can see the precipitation starting off as a mixture of snow and sleet, and then you have freezing rain back here. This is all going to move off to the north and east, and you can see that here as we get into, so this is 7 a.m. on Sunday. Here is 10 a.m. You can see on the northeastern side, the leading edge of it is going to have the snow and sleet mixed. So it's going to be brief relatively, then it goes over to some freezing rain, which you can see here in the pinks. Further south, the green is just changing over to rain. Here is early afternoon. It's still frozen precipitation, freezing rain here across many areas. And then once we get into late afternoon, this is looking at 4 p.m., still frozen precipitation all along I-78, south of 78 though, but considerably south of I-78, closer to the Pennsylvania Turnpike here. It has changed over to rain, also changed it over to rain all the way over into central New Jersey. And that continues all the way into the early evening hours at least. It may change over to rain right along I-78, but more north of there, it looks like frozen precipitation is going to continue. And then, as we get into very late at night, you have this cold conveyor belt starting to come in here and changing this precipitation back over to snow. And that's what it looks like here on Monday morning. So that's this particular model. This is the European model. And it could be different, a different scenario where it just gets this precipitation, the snow back, that comes back into the cold conveyor belt, works its way in, and only gets as far as, say, northeast PA, northern New Jersey, and only gets that, it only affects those areas, and that's it, and nowhere further south. That's very plausible. And we don't know that yet. So we're still working on this part of it. I do think there's going to be snow on Monday for many locations. So if you look at our local forecasts, I know, northeast PA, east central PA, northern Jersey, we have snow in the forecast there. Further southeast, it's kind of like a rain-snow mix, and maybe it doesn't even get too far south to even affect those regions at all. So this is just some things we have to work out over the next couple of days. But I'm very confident in this front-end forecast, and enough that we're going to have to issue snow and ice maps for this. The snow is probably not going to be that great. These snow maps aren't going to look that impressive until you get up here. Maybe you'll have a couple inches up in these areas here at the onset. Inch or two, maybe, okay, or 1 to 3 inches, something like that. Further south and west, probably not too much of the onset, looking at like a coating to an inch of snow and sleet mix, because sleet goes in with the snow categories because they both accumulate, whereas freezing rain accrues, and that's a different category, henceforth a different map. So we'll have an ice map out for that separately. That will be on weather alerts later today. We will send out alerts for the My Pocket Meteorologist customers. If you're not a My Pocket Meteorologist text alert member, if you're waiting for a wintry system to come in before ordering it, now's the time to get that done. We're also discussing in the premium forum with all the advanced model analysis. We will continue to do that today and tomorrow leading up to this system. Okay, after this system exits, we will have partly cloudy skies here on Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's going to remain cold. The temperatures below average in the lower 40s. And maybe get up to the middle 40s or so by the time we get to Thursday, but we are expecting to remain dry through the remainder of the forecast period. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for November 29th, 2019. Have a great Friday.